and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, April 18th, and I'm Kristen McDonald. This week on Norwood News, we get an up-close look at the new Coakley Middle School. Central Street is getting prepped for the summer, but first, the Morrow Memorial Library recently hosted its annual Norwood 101 event. Norwood 101 lets new community members learn about the many organizations and departments that make up the town. Event organizer Patty Bailey explains more.
So Norwood 101 is a new resident program that's held here at the Norwood Public Library every year. And it's an opportunity for folks that are new to the town or anyone that wants to attend, that wants to learn more about the town. We have our library departments highlighted. We have local community groups that come in and share information about their groups. And we also have town department representatives here, so you can learn more about police and fire, DPW, and health department, council on aging, any of those departments as well. I think it's a great way to promote just the town as a whole and to make folks that are new to the area feel welcome, and I think that's important. And I also have to say that many businesses are very generously donate raffle prizes, gift certificates, and other businesses distribute menus and flyers and different marketing materials to promote their businesses the evening as well. And One Local is our only sponsor, and they're here every year supplying the goodie bags that we fill with the marketing and goodies. I just want them to feel like they're joining the community, and whether there's some little niche that might interest them. And I think it's wonderful this year that we have human resources here, and they're promoting any open positions in the town to give folks that little leg up to learn more about the town, and if they want to work for the town or if they want to just join a community group in the town, just to feel more welcome. And of course, we hope that everyone that attends signs up for a library card, because we have so many great opportunities here at the library, programming and library of things that we lend out. It's not just books anymore.
The countdown is on for the ribbon cutting of the brand new Bernie Cooper Park in South Norwood. NCM has followed the construction from the start with Alex Jones. We get one last look before the ceremony on May 9th.
Hi, I'm Alex Jones. I'm the Assistant Director of Community Development for Norwood, and I have been helping manage the construction of the Bernie Cooper Riverfront Park. This is my best friend, Tigger, who has also been overseeing the park construction, as well as planning. And we are here just weeks before the ribbon cutting and dedication for the park, which will be coming up on May 9th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. Everyone is invited and welcome. If you can't make it then, of course, please come check out the park anytime after that. We are here right now at the end of St. John Ave, right next to Elliott Field, and the first week in May, the DPW will be cutting the fence between Elliott Field and the Cooper Park to make it so that you can come right over from the Balch School and from Elliott Field when there's say you're at some kind of game, a baseball game, perhaps. And so come take a walk with me through the park. I'm excited to show you the rest of it. All right, here we are in the outdoor classroom. We tried to position it in the corner closest to the Balch Elementary School so that teachers would be able to bring their classes down here during the school day. All of these stump seats that you see around me are made out of locust logs that were cut from the Bernie Cooper Park itself and reused. Locust is not native to the Northeast, but it is one of our hardest and most durable wood that we grow in this region. So these wood benches should last for decades to come. Behind me, you'll see that There are cedar posts surrounding the nature classroom and the outdoor play area, nature lab. And our idea is to have park users and volunteers over time use some of the invasive vines on the site. So there's a lot of Asiatic bittersweet vine, and weave it between the posts so that we will start creating our very own Norwood-made wattle fence. So you can see someone has started the work right behind me. So I encourage anyone, if you're here and you find a vine on the ground, to continue helping us build the fence. So at both corners of the park closest to the river, we have small picnic areas set up. Each has some picnic tables, including handicap accessible picnic tables, and there are also benches throughout the park for folks to stop and enjoy the scenery. We did make an effort to make this park fully ADA accessible, so you can navigate it with a wheelchair or a walker or a stroller or whatever that may be. Norwood is working slowly on making more of our parks and playgrounds and so on accessible, but of course having the opportunity to create a park from scratch, it was much easier to decide from the start that this whole area was going to be accessible. So the benches and the picnic tables are very much a part of that, as well as, of course, all of the pathways and the grades and the parking and so on. This is the main entrance at the end of St. Joseph Avenue to the Bernie Cooper Riverfront Park. And we have our kiosk and our welcome to the park sign here, showing right where you are at the end of St. Joseph Ave, the parking, the rain garden, and all of the different site amenities that we've just walked past, like the classroom and the nature play area and the picnic tables. So this will greet you when you come to the park. And we also have our little blurb here about all of the different places that have helped contribute funding to the park, including the Mass Trails program through the state, the Federal Land and Water Conservation Fund grant, and of course the Town of Norwood General Fund and Community Preservation project funding.
When Norwood News returns, Eddie Hickey gives us a glimpse of the flower business, Jerry Slater gives us all the town meeting info session details, and Ron Marshalsea fills us in on some Mustang sports.
Dancing with the Norwood Stars is returning to the Tiffany Ballroom at 4 Points for the 2025 edition of this iconic show. Dancers Sean Barnacle, Amanda Groh, Dave Camposano, Maddie Rice, Shelby Dolliner, and Derek Field will give it their all to be the one to walk away with the coveted Disco Ball Trophy. Tune into the NCM Community Channel Friday, April 18th at 8 o'clock to catch Dancing with the Norwood Stars 2025.
When you see the picnic tables and turf going down on Central Street, you know what time it is. Summer on Central is coming. This past week, the DPW crew was hard at work transforming Central Street between Manhattan Street and Cottage East into our beloved summer fun zone. So grab a bite to eat, treat yourself to some ice cream, and soak up the sunshine at the beautiful town common. Summer vibes are officially on. Impact Norwood is proud to announce a new partnership with licensed clinical psychologist Sejal Prajapani, offering a parenting support group for local families. This supportive and informative group will be held over 4 evenings at the Norwood Library, providing a welcoming space for parents to share experiences, learn strategies, and access valuable mental health resources. Sejal recently gave Norwood Community Media a sneak peek into what attendees can expect.
Well, hi, welcome to Commit to You, specifically for parents. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So what are we going to do here today? So the purpose of this program is to kind of talk about parenting, and parenting is such a privilege. Like, how lucky are we if we wanted children and we get the privilege of, growing children and spending time with them and seeing them develop. And at the same time, if you're a parent, you also know how challenging it can be at times. It's definitely not easy. I feel like, growing up, you have all these thoughts about adulthood, and then you're just an adult, and then you realize, wow, just because you're a parent doesn't mean you have all the answers or that you have everything figured out. You're still that same person, and now you have the additional responsibilities of, creating a safe and loving and nurturing environment for any children that you have or anyone around you, really. So the purpose of this program is just to talk about all of this and to kind of explore how the human mind has like a negativity bias where we're more focused on stressors and we're worried about our deadlines and getting to places on time and worried about milestones and how our kids are doing, which is really good. The mind is developed that way because we were born to survive, and by attending to threats, that's how we stay alive. But the world has changed a lot, and a lot of times we don't have to attend so much on these threats anymore because these threats are not life-threatening anymore. So through my program, Commit to You, I work with people to help them, be intentional in their perceptions and their actions and how they show up to the world, so that we both hold on to this natural inclination we have to focus on, what are the things I should look out for to keep everyone safe, as well as, attending to the positive things, like what matters to me, what are these privileges around me, how can I enjoy these moments. So that's a little bit about what you can expect today.
The Cove in Norwood is starting to offer some fun community events for all ages. NCM catches up with Jessica Nelson to get all the details.
So we wanted to do things for the community and bring the community in to visit us. So we're now offering classes a couple of times a month. So we're going to be making some jewelry, some fun crafts. We're also having a card event coming up where we're going to have some fun and games for kids to attend. So it's very important for us here. We're a very family-driven company. We care about people, and we want to make sure that everyone feels welcome coming to the Cove, coming to our events. We're going to have classes from all age ranges. So for our card making event that's coming up on Saturday the 26th, it starts at noon, but we're going to have cards where you can hand stitch a card, or if that's above your level, we have ones you can color, decoupage. So we're going to have lots of different things because we want to make sure that not only can mom come and learn something or dad come and learn something, but the kids can come and have fun as well. And we're going to, weather permitting, play some hopscotch and have some fun prizes and some trivia and raffles. So we've got some jewelry classes, and I've got some samples to show you. But we also are doing a reef class coming up. We're going to be doing a charcuterie class. We're going to be doing paint events. We want to get a lot of different events in here, but every month there'll be one jewelry event because we're a jewelry company first and foremost. The Cove by Dune.com will have an events set up on the top of the page, so you can sign up for your classes there. And if you sign up early enough and we're doing a jewelry class, you get to customize your piece. So you get to pick the piece you're going to use and pick your element to put in it. So it could be your favorite beach sand, it could be your favorite power stone, it could be something on your bucket list like sand from Everest, or if you're a historian, it could be some piece of the Berlin Wall. So we have a little bit of everything in our sandbank, and it just makes it a little bit more fun because then you also get to take a piece of Dune jewelry and create your own.
Now let's throw it over to Ron Marshalsea for the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your Sports Update. The baseball team lost to Hopkinton when they hosted them this week, and their matchup with Medway was postponed. They will be at Ashland on the 17th at 4:30 and at Braintree on the 23rd at noon. The softball team's game against North Attleboro got postponed on the 11th, but they hosted Hopkinton on the 14th and got the big win 9-8. Their Medway game on Wednesday also got postponed, but they head to Ashland on the 17th and host Bellingham on the 28th at 4:30 and 4 o'clock, respectively. The boys lacrosse team couldn't grab the win when they went to Medfield, but took down the Lancers at home on Wednesday 10-2. They host Bellingham on the 17th at 4 and head to Norton to face the Lancers again on the 28th at 5. The girls lacrosse team is now 4-3 after a tough loss to the Warriors at home, but they bounced right back and beat Norton 18-5. They go back-to-back with the Lancers when the Mustangs host Norton on the 28th at 4 o'clock. The boys tennis team couldn't grab the win when they went to Medway, but head to Canton on the 17th and Norton on May 1st, both at 4:30. The girls tennis team lost to Hopkinton and Medway this past week, but look to get back in the win column when they host Canton on the 17th and Norton on the 30th, both at 4. The boys volleyball team is 0-2 this week after tough but hard-fought battles against Nipmuc Regional and Norton. NCM was live for the Norton matchup, and if you want to see the full game, be sure to stay tuned to the NCM community channel, and to see it on demand, head to norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Also, senior Sebastian Eugene was named Boston Globe Player of the Week earlier this season and is leading the Mustangs in kills and blocks so far on the year. Seniors Xavier Watkins and Mateo Diaz are also stepping up massively for Norwood. Their next game will be at Dighton Rehoboth, the first team the Mustangs beat this season, on April 30th at 5 o'clock. Both the boys and girls track teams lost to Dedham on Tuesday, but both teams will look to snag that first win when Hopkinton comes to town on May 1st at 4:45. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
Recently, members of the middle school building committee took a tour of the brand new Coakley Middle School. Coakley principal Margot Frasick tells MCM how she thinks the school looks, as well as what students and faculty are most excited for.
So we started by the cafeteria on the ground floor, which is the cafeteria for 5th and 6th grade. Then we kind of worked our way up through the different floors. So we saw a couple of 5th grade rooms, and up to the 2nd floor we saw the 6th grade. We saw the media center, which is absolutely stunning. Went into some of the student collaboration spaces, which is where our STEM classes will be. Then we headed up to the 3rd floor. We saw our world language wing, which is very exciting for my world language teachers to have their own classrooms, and some 7th grade classes, and ended up on the top floor, the 8th grade penthouse suite, if you will, where we got to see some great rooms. I think the ones that were particularly stunning were the science classrooms. They are complete science labs. They are so spacious, and of course they have some beautiful views of Norwood. Moving in, so we're really focused on moving out at the moment, but moving, so the movers will come and do the move within like those first 4 days, that first week after school ends, because they need to get us out of there. The administrative team will be allowed in our area of the building that following week, so the week of that last week of June. It's tentative right now of when we'll have teachers be able to be in the building. I've given them a date of August 1st. October 1st would not be good. I've given them a date of August 1st because I feel very comfortable that they will definitely be allowed in the building by then, but it could happen sooner than that. We do already have like some of our first 3 days of school at the end of August are dedicated to unpacking and things like that. We're working with the middle school building committee to make sure that we can pay some teachers for a few days before school, in particular our science teachers, our art teachers, our STEM teachers, who just have a little bit more stuff that they need to get settled in. I think it's space. I think just even the smallest of classrooms there is bigger than some of my biggest classrooms in here. I also think it's location. I think they're really excited for teams to be together, for the world language classrooms to be there and be together, because we know that geography breeds collaboration. So they'll definitely be able to work together. I'm not sure about the 5th grade teachers, but I do think space is probably a big one for them as well. And I would say most definitely windows. I have multiple teachers who never know what the weather is like outside because they have 0 windows currently. So I think every classroom having windows, so much light in the building. And like I said, the media center is amazing. So I think we'll all be scheduling some quality time at the library over there.
Norwood's town meeting is nearly here. To help town meeting members understand materials and articles to be voted on, town moderator Jerry Slater has some important info session dates for members.
Hi, I'm town moderator Jerry Slater. With the upcoming town meeting set to begin on May 12th, there are many important articles to review. To help town meeting members prepare, there will be 3 informational sessions held on the following dates: April 28th, April 30th, and May 1st. All sessions will take place at the GSU Lecture Hall at Norwood High School and will begin at 6:30. We strongly encourage all town meeting members to attend and get the information needed to make informed decisions on the articles up for discussion. We also encourage new town meeting members to attend the Town Meeting 101 session that will be occurring on the 30th. Hope to see you there.
The Board of Selectmen had a brief meeting Tuesday afternoon where they discussed, approved, and recommended special town meeting warrant articles for the May town meeting. Most of the articles were approved by the board unanimously without discussion, while some members had comments and wished to discuss certain articles. Articles such as the appropriation to the Special Education Stabilization Fund, additional funding for the water tank design and replacement, and establishment of a capital stabilization fund were among those brought up for discussion. The Board of Selectmen meet again on April 22nd, their last meeting before town meeting begins on May 12th. After the middle school building committee took a tour through the Coakley to see all the new construction, including the auditorium and gym, they met in the W.T. Rich trailer. The committee learned about the plans to restore the Endine walking path between the back of the school and the field, the parking lots in front of the school, as well as learning about upcoming activities such as carpet going into the admin suite and furniture delivery beginning on May 19th. After approved motion requests, the committee was shown the plans for an outdoor play space in front of the new Coakley. This space would include a basketball half court and a hoop, 4x4 shot hoop, as well as a sensory space, and the design fee is still pending on that project. The main discussion was held over whether or not the amount of money that AI3 is asking to design roof screens is appropriate, ultimately being tabled until next meeting. The Middle School Building Committee will meet again on May 12th at 4 p.m. instead of 4:30, since town meeting is also slated for that night. The Planning Board was reorganized at their meeting at the Senior Center Monday night. Debbie Holmwood is now the chair, Brian Hatchie is vice chair, and Rob Bamber is the clerk. Afterwards, the board had 4 public hearings, a proposed zoning amendment, a special permit request, and 2 more proposed zoning amendments. Before the board voted to adjourn, they went through a May town meeting update. The Planning Board will meet again on April 28th. With Easter this weekend and Mother's Day just around the corner, flowers make the perfect gift for every occasion. Stop by Hickey's Flowers right across from McDonald's and pick up a beautiful bouquet to brighten someone's day.
For over 32 years, there has been a familiar face on the street corner next to the bowling alley. Ed Hickey has been selling flowers to his longtime regular customers and friends, and to new customers who he has just met.
My name is Ed Hickey. I've been on this corner here selling cut flowers, and we sell generally cut flowers, roses, carnations, mom's mini carnations. And I've been doing it, I look back about 32 years, and it's an opportunity to meet a lot of people too. There's a social aspect to it.
Over the years, both new customers and old always ask the same question.
And the general question is, what do you have? So what we have to sell is we sell generally the carnations and the roses by the dozen. We got some mixed bunches. We have different styles of flower. So the cut mums mixed with roses or carnations look good. People like, I think, the more colorful mixed bunches, and they're probably the most popular. And we've expanded on some of the type of flowers, but there's certain things that I'm not a fine florist type of thing. There's certain flowers that I really can't use because they'd have to be able to withstand the different type of weather that we're gonna, even this weekend you get sunny day like yesterday. Today we get an overcast, cooler day.
Selling flowers outdoors is a seasonal business and is based on the weather conditions.
I'm out here during the spring into the late June when it gets too warm, and I take a few months off, and then come back in the fall through the holidays, at least Thanksgiving. That's determined by what the flowers can handle. I mean, I'm an old man and I don't like certain parts of the weather either, but the flowers, if it's too hot or too cold, they can't. So put it this way, the Harvard Business School would not tell you that you can go out of business for 2 months and then show back up.
Many town organizations come to Ed to ask for his help. They know that his flowers make their event a little extra special. But there is one event that is a little extra special for Ed.
Well, the giving back, let me just explain. A lot of people say, well, do you donate? I don't, but any of the churches, any of the schools, any of the sports teams, things like that, whatever I can buy it for and I try to get the best price, then that's what I would charge an organization. I will tell you, there is only one organization that I donate, and I get a lot of great publicity out of it thanks to Timmy McDonough and George Yusevich. But the Circle of Hope, they're Dancing with the Stars. They're great about how much they thank me, and we make sure that the dancers all get a bunch of mixed flowers for that. That's partly because of the people on that committee, and obviously knowing Lee Kennedy for years and years. And that's the type of people and the type of organizations that you deal with. But in a town like Norwood, I think you got to give back a little bit too. And part of the reason that I think that I've had some success in this little venture is that the people appreciate that, and I appreciate their business. And let's be honest, most of the people that buy are from Norwood. Once in a while there'll be some out-of-towners. The great thing for me is that I know a lot of these people, and if I don't know the person, the young person particularly that's buying, I probably grew up with their parents, and it's nice to think that more than one generation has been a customer base of mine down here.
In addition to selling and talking about flowers, Ed's Corner business is also a popular place to catch up on Norwood sports, what's going on in town and the world.
And down here, while I'm sitting here doing nothing, which is my wife thinks is most of the time, that's generally what we're talking about. We're talking about the sports teams in Norwood, other things that are going on in this town. It's a corner where we solve a lot of the world's problems here too. I hope everybody understands that.
So if you're looking for fresh cut flowers at a reasonable price, stop by and see Ed at his famous corner. He'll make sure that you leave happy, and he'll be happy to meet you.
I'd love to meet other people. I hope people come by. As you can see, if you come by, you better be willing to spend a little time, because I can talk for a while. But always interested in meeting new people. If I can help you for a quick, easy in and out, and I think at a reasonable price. I'd like to meet people. I like to talk to people. So stop by, and I guess there was a famous guy that used to say, "Come on down." And he did pretty well selling cars here in Norwood. So I hope to say the same thing. I think I've done pretty well selling some flowers here in Norwood. So I want to thank everybody in the town. You've been great to me. Thank you.
Giving flowers has always been a sign to show that we care. And here in Norwood, not only are you experiencing the personal touch of buying flowers, you are also experiencing the personal touch of meeting Ed Hickey. Reporting for Norwood News, I'm Jack Tolman.
Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. To end this newscast, let's go behind the scenes with Norwood Community Media to see what the crew has been up to.